everyone. This is Alex from RPG Reanimators, and today I'm going to be running through my scenario, which I submitted for the 2023 Shotgun Scenario Contest, Hellhole. It is a cruelty of my own creation, and I'll be running this game for Greenbox Gaming.
Yeah.
Hello.
Nice. Hello. I guess we can go through. I'm Joe. I'm playing. Are we talking about characters yet? What do we want to do with that, Alex?
Talk about yourself. I'll introduce everyone.
I got you. I'm Joe. I'll be players today.
The leader of
Am I the
Greenbox
leader?
Gaming. Your name's in the title, so.
The consummate is not the word. What is it when you're always stuck with being the GM or handler? The ever handler?
The forever
all
GM.
handler.
The elder handler.
That's our
Today.
good friend Dace that you're hearing right there.
Yes.
Say hi.
Dace, hey everybody. I like playing games. I like to play games. That's what I'm here. I'm here to play a game.
You came to the right place. Gian, of course.
Hello. I'm along for the ride again. I'm just glad to be included. That's my happiness.
And of course, Brad. We've already heard.
Yo.
Alex, real quick.
Yeah.
This is the first time that the four of us have played together.
Well, it's an honor.
Together.
I didn't think about that. That's true, though. That's amazing.
One of us has always been running for our.
Time to strap in because you're in for a hell of a ride.
I'm looking forward to it.
Historic occasion.
Yeah.
Monumental.
So I kind of happened, or no, what is it? One of your guys, whose name is Nathan. Nathan listens to our podcast.
Nathan's
and
so cool.
Reached out to us because we're at the end of Impossible Landscapes. There might be an Impossible Landscapes talk through.
Yes.
That on the Reanimator channel.
Would
which
love
is great.
to hear that.
Yeah, everyone listening, go listen to the Reanimator stuff. They have loads of cool stuff, primarily kind of GM focused, handler focused, but extremely good. But yeah, like we kind of talked about it, and we're like, yeah, let's run something. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be hilarious? And man, I don't know if Alex knows what he got into.
No, I don't think he does.
There's going to be a lot of puffing of the chest. We got to figure out who's the leader of the group right off the bat.
But I do want to say I listened to the Reanimators do music from a dark room, which John led us through, and I loved all of your takes that you had, Alex. And
Thank
so
you.
I'm going to hold you to an extremely high standard.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah.
You just have to remember
Extremely high
that
standard.
I'm not locked in here with you.
Oh,
Nice.
All right,
Well
Alex has
played.
jokes. All right.
So, Alex, are you normally the designated GM or handler for y'all's group?
I mean, we all run games, but I really
equally
love to
divided.
run games. Which is why we got the Reanimators together. It's just like a niche we carved out because let's get a bunch of GMs with a lot of experience on how to like hack apart games and put them back together. And they have the experience. They've ran for a lot of groups and convention settings. So like, why not use our knowledge and share
Nice.
that?
Cool.
Yeah.
I do not have the ball to just go run a scenario at a convention. That's insane to me.
It's trial by fire for sure.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we had talked about, Dace and I were talking about this one time, Lime, and I was like, man, I'd love to do that. The problem is I'm so accustomed to the way we run things. God, we take so long. Like we take so long to run through shit, to do ops. Like we just kind of ring them out, but we do a lot of talking to each other as our characters and stuff like that. So it sucks up a lot of time. Enjoy it, and
I think
others
with
do.
a convention game, you get a better sense of pacing and how to run things through.
Yeah.
I'm predicting right now I can get you all through in 3 2-hour sessions.
Yeah,
All right.
challenging.
Write that
Right
down.
now.
Write that down.
It's
Right
going
now.
to be 3 weeks from now. So there's only 3 rooms in this entire. Is that what you're
And
telling me?
2 boxes in each.
We have a legendary propensity to spend an entire session in one room.
That's fine.
Not like dragging it out, but let's
get
we're
to it,
super
right?
excited, man.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
excited.
All right,
Let's hit it.
let's just go. Let's say it is modern day, mid-October. Now, what is Agent Omar up to when he gets the call?
what city are we in his home city, or am I?
Let's
Am I
say this is
just
New
getting the
England.
call?
New England
New
would be
England. All right.
appropriate
Yeah.
for Cell O.
Yeah. Agent Omar is probably just scrubbing down his hands when his goes off. Which is,
Right.
and he keeps it like in a back drawer. He's just scrubbing off his hands and his assistant will ask him, are we all finished here? He's like, yes, go ahead and put them in the cage.
Right.
And
Now, what do you look like?
Agent Omar, he's about, I think I'll just read you what I wrote here.
That's fine.
He looks at first hard and grim as the land from which he came. He has a gentle weariness in his demeanor. He once stood taller, but his age has brought him down to a 5'9", and his poor diet has landed him with a slight belly. His hairlines fights a losing battle, and his forearms portray a wide frame, but meticulously maintained hands and nails. He has a penchant for American blue jeans and 80s band shirts under his overworn jacket and work boots. He's standing in the back room of a veterinarian's clinic. And he's like, go ahead, finish up with that one. I have to take this.
And how do you pronounce your last name?
Abrenovic.
Abrenovic. Okay,
Yeah.
so your assistant then turns towards you and says, "Okay, Mr. Abrenovic, I'm gonna wrap this up, and then I gotta go. I told you about I have a date tonight, so."
Oh, okay. Well, it'll dock it from your pay, all right?
Oh no.
It's a joke. Have a good time.
The assistant scurries out of the room, ready to meet life. But let's say you're an old-fashioned type, so you definitely have a pager.
Ooh, okay.
So that definitely beeps, and you get a signal for a dead drop point. Like, hey, this dead drop point is something's been dropped off there.
He writes down whatever number it is, whatever signal it is that he leads. He pretty much throws his jacket on. He picks up this pit bull that's been recently sewn back up and sticks it in cage, still like unconscious.
Okay.
Puts some water and closes the cage. And says, "Sit," to the unconscious dog as he walks out the back door.
And I'm assuming you get in your vehicle. Is it a beat up thing or is it something new?
Oh man, it's got to be beat to hell. Just like an old Volvo or something.
Yeah, nice.
Oh man.
So let's say you drive that out to this dead drop zone, and you kind of move aside some rocks, and there is a letter written there. And when you turn over the text, seems to be typewritten. There's a simple address: the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, Boston Common, 9 a.m. tomorrow. There is a further line that says, "Call. I heard there was an opera in town. Response. Oh, really? I heard that they were quite nice this time of year." And then one last line: Red Sox cap, blue scarf.
Okay. I heard there was an opera in town. All right. Yeah, he will know that this is the code phrase. This is that you give, and he will head off, or as you said, 9 a.m. tomorrow.
For tomorrow, yes. You need to go to the big city. Now,
okay. God damn it.
You do that, right? As you head off, you kind of crumple up the paper in your hand, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna fade to black, and we're gonna go to Agent Oscar. What are you up to right now? It's the evening.
He's sitting outside. He's sitting on a log, and he's shirtless. He's topless, and he's sitting there sharpening his knife against a whetstone, just shing, shing, while the sun goes down, watching it.
Very melodramatic. I do quite like that.
No tattoos?
He's got tattoos. He's got tattoos.
How did you get
Damn
here?
right.
So, we do share names. Yeah, okay, so Jack Hawkins is a Green Beret. He's done a couple of tours of duty. He's just a badass. That's why. What do you do in the evening? You sit and you sharpen your knife on a log.
You probably have a motorcycle too, right?
And
Like
you
a
make-
Harley
hell
Davidson.
yes.
And you make eye
Yeah.
contact with the
Okay.
sun because the sun needs to know.
So after you have your meditation time, you're heading back to your motorcycle, and it looks like there's something tucked in to the mirror.
Mm. He
Sheet of
looks at you and
paper.
goes, "Oh shit."
Right. And you know that, I mean, only the group really knows you come out here. So it's that same text, the address, the call and response, and a visual indicator of who you are to meet.
Okay. Gotta
And
get it done.
it's got to get done. That's your attitude there. Wonderful, wonderful. So next up is Agent Opal. What are you currently up to?
Agent Opal would probably be still at work at the EPA, just like at his desk, working late. He's kind of thin, got like a burly beard,
Mm-hmm.
little small glasses, kind of dweeby looking, like gray Skechers, like unfitted pants.
Great. And
No
you hear
shirt, still
footsteps.
like John.
Oh no! In the office.
Covered
In the
tattoos.
office.
Very bold.
Sharpening a butter knife.
Matching tats.
He's sharpening 2 knives, John.
You're hearing footsteps coming into this bullpen like office. It's your work buddy, Jack. He's like,
Oh, how you doing there, Jack?
"How you doing? Well, same old Roy. Gotta get this project
Oh
out.
yeah, it's
Lot
late.
of,
It's a late one.
Well, don't kill yourself." And then that's when you
Hey.
get an email,
Oh, okay. Check the email.
and it's something. The subject line is blank, but on the and like it's an unknown sender, right? But it has the same details as that note. Soldiers and Sailors Monument, Boston Common, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Call, the response, the visual indicator.
Roy was having a pretty good week, and he
Right.
thought it was gonna be easy one, but he
And Jack says, "Hey, what do you got there?"
nothing. I'm gonna be not here tomorrow, Jack. I might be gone for a while, and
Wait. That means I gotta pick up your slack in our project.
oh shoot, I guess that's right. I'm real sorry there, Jack.
Why don't you give me a charisma ×5 check, please?
Okay,
So you need to get that
So-
number or below on a
I need to get
D100.
65 or below.
That's right.
Okay,
Let's see if that happens.
72.
72. That is not good. So
Mm.
what I'm gonna have you do now is roll a D4 and subtract that from the bond.
Oh
Ooh,
shit!
all-
Right off the
Wow. Alex.
Because Jack is looking pretty pissed. He's
Hey,
like,
hey, Alex, you ever heard of a game called Paranoia? It's,
Yes. I've
where you
heard,
regu-
I've heard stories about it.
where you
I-
regularly lose agents and shit before the mission even starts.
I need to roll D4. Okay, got
Okay,
it.
and you
Two.
can just subtract that.
Okay.
So yeah, Jack's pretty fuming. You're pretty sure that you're not going to be hearing the end of it from him for the next couple of months.
Fucking Jack.
Left him high and dry.
Damn, Jack.
So Agent Opal, you hurriedly just leave. You vacate the office.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Last but not least, we have Agent O'Leary. It's the evening. What's
Did I-
going on? What
did I
do you
shoot?
look like? What are you doing?
Okay, I forgot that my name was Agent O'Leary. But okay,
Something
Here's
that
what's going on.
characterizes
yeah,
you.
yeah. So Agent O'Leary is in the middle of a meth deal.
Okay,
he's
great.
in a back alley with Scraggy Pete, and it's the point of the drug deal where he just gave Scraggy Pete like some meth to smoke to test like the purity of it,
Mhm.
And while Scraggy Pete is doing this, Agent O'Leary is just like going off on this monologue, and he's just like, "Was a goddamn war vet. How to become a fucking corrupt cop. Came to this town because my goddamn ex-wife Got my kid. Had to
Oh, you
move
shut
with
up
her.
and give me the meth.
You always do this.
My daughter. My daughter's got ass cancer.
Dude, the dealers are gonna come soon.
Goddamn name spelled Gwen with 2 N's. Who spells a name with 2 N's? That was her goddamn mom, Marla, and I hate her guts. We were high school sweethearts, and I was a football star.
It's a real environmental
Contracts.
storytelling.
Oh
Lined
shit!
up.
Oh shit! A car's coming. A vehicle begins to pull up to the alleyway you're in.
So he there's like a soft chatter on like his CV radio, cops carry. He's like, he hones in on this. He looks at the car and he puts his hand on his gun.
Yeah. It's a little beat up old sedan, and in the car is a young woman about college age, completely out of place in this alleyway. Beside her, she slowly just like puts her hands up and she grabs onto, let's say, a purse, a bag of sorts. She pulls out a manila envelope folder, unrolls her window, and just drops it and just drives away.
Scraggy Pete, you ain't seen shit. Get out of here.
What do you
By the
mean?
way,
But the
I got
meth,
that.
man.
I got that meth out of a Venezuelan's man asshole. Take it and scram.
And he does. He scrambles out. He meanders away. And that leaves you alone in a darkening alleyway with a manila envelope folder just tossed in the middle of it.
Okay, yeah, opens the manila folder.
Same message.
Yep.
I just want to mention, like, you're very fortunate that right there that Dace didn't go, I wad up the manila envelope and throw it over my shoulder.
That's fine.
and I never looked back.
I'm a team player, Joe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tonight he is.
So what's your reaction reading this, Agent O'Leary?
Maybe a little bit of cold sweat. He's like, shit again. He's just thinking about all the drug deals that he's gonna have to postpone as a corrupt cop.
God,
all that.
Oh man,
Really
all that
for the
progress.
calendar.
He's gonna have to reorganize so many meetings. We're done with Scraggy Pete, but there's Dirty Dan. And there's Oily.
Are these all bonds? Scraggy
No, that's the way you play, Brad. You're the one that has 5 homeless men as your. No,
I will say, you've all worked together in the past. I want you
interesting.
to just come up as a group. Like, when's the last time you've all worked together? Like 5 years, 1 year, 10 years.
Let's say y'all want to say it's been somewhat recent, like a year ago.
A year's good. I think
Yeah.
it was about a year ago that I had to get O'Leary's heart beating after he OD'd at our celebration dinner.
God, it was so much fun.
Awesome. I will write that down.
What if
Oh
so,
shit.
in the character concept brainstorm, like Dale, my character's name Dale Cage. His first contact with the otherworldly was in Reverberations. So maybe
Okay.
we were all involved in the fallout with Reverberations.
Maybe
That
you're
would give us like
cleaning that up. Yeah.
a common touch point. And we also have that reference in
Fine
common.
by me.
Nice.
Okay. Sounds good. So you've worked together in the past. And maybe some of you have just hoped to never see each other again. And maybe some of you are looking forward to that next fix of adrenaline. So I'd like to go back to Agent Omar. As you get home after receiving that message, what exactly are you doing to prepare for this operation tomorrow?
Well, Omar, as he comes in, he like hangs up his jacket. His granddaughter like pops her head like into the little entryway.
Right.
Kira, she
Yep.
lives with him. She's like in her like early 20s. She's in college. And she's born here, and she's like, Grandpa, I've started dinner. He's like, Yeah, I'll be right there. I have to do some office stuff real
Yeah.
quick.
And I want you to roll luck. 50-50.
God damn it. Who put Alex in charge? Why did we play with other people? Okay, so I got a 24 under 100.
Okay. 24 over 100. That's good. That's really good because the Broadway show that your granddaughter bought you both tickets for
Ooh.
is actually in 2 weeks instead of tomorrow.
Oh,
excellent. Excellent news. Yeah, like Petrov like sees them like the counter. He's like, oh, that's right. Oh, all right. But he just keeps it to himself. He's like, I got to go back, do some paperwork, invoices. Just says other boring shit at her.
Oh. Okay, so you're gonna be at the clinic, the vet clinic tonight.
Well, he's going to step back into his office there in the house, and while he's
His
in
study.
there, his little study, and it's all piled. It's really really dingy. The only thing in here besides paperwork for the veterinary office is a picture of his wife, who's his dead wife, just on the desk, and he's just going to like move some boxes around, and it's all paperwork. Like everything he does is on paper. He doesn't have like an electronic system. And he eventually finds a box like at the very bottom, opens it up. There's a pistol.
Okay.
And maybe like kind of like a go bag type thing, but it's all full of medical supplies.
Yeah, you
It's
pick up
like-
that pistol, right? You feel the weight in your hand. Have you fired this gun before?
I think he has.
Oh, maybe I'm picturing a long-eyed like stare.
Yeah, like
a 1,000-yard
this
stare.
This is the 1,000 stare. Unless we'll even say, let's say it's an old Makarov. It's
Okay.
it's a Russian
That's cool.
service pistol, and
Right.
and maybe down in the bottom of it, like there is like a ancient tarnished Russian Red Army insignia that's at the bottom, and he just kind of looks at it but doesn't touch it. Picks up the Makarov, picks up the medical bag.
It feels like an
stuffs it all
old
back
friend.
around. Old friend.
Although
But
one that might be toxic to you.
But it's like the old friend, yeah, like when he shows up to your kid's birthday party, you're like,
Why are you here?
You weren't really invited. Like,
does Petrov have a name for his gun? Does he name his guns?
Oh no, I don't
Nah,
think he had.
no.
He's
Doesn't
that
seem like the type.
familiar
It
with
doesn't
it.
like that.
He's like, he opens it, he like drops the mag, he like looks at it, and he's trying to be really quiet about it.
Like
And
all
he
the
just-
tools you use, this one is killing.
Yes.
Mhm.
But he knows what Delta Green's about. Like he knows what's going on. But
Okay.
he's like, but then he checks through the medical bag, makes sure everything
Right.
there.
You're
and
just
puts it
taking
away.
inventory.
Yeah, and he's like, I have to. And he goes back out. He's like, Kira, I have to go into the city tomorrow. Someone's asking for some. There's a very sick lizard, very special lizard that I need to consult on.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh
Kira
yes,
says.
yes.
Is it gonna be a long time? Will you be back tomorrow night?
Oh, I don't know. With lizards, sometimes they're very sick, and I do not know. But I might take a day or two, just to catch up with an old friend of mine while I'm up there. But I will leave some money on the in the office in case you need anything. Get some pizza. Have fun with your friends.
Okay, so that is a convincing enough argument that I'm not going to ask for a persuade roll.
Oh.
And she says, "Thank you, Dedushka."
Oh yes, of course. He like gives her like a kiss on the forehead, and I assume they sit down and eat whatever meal they've prepared or she's prepared for him.
Yeah.
Beats.
It's just
It's a pizza.
it reminds me of home.
And she says, "I hope Mr. Lizard is taken care of."
Yes, I will. Yes, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, take a picture, he says.
He kind of course, I take a picture of the very sick lizard.
It's like a salamander in the garage.
He makes a mental note that he has to drop by the zoo and take a picture of a weird
Salamander.
Steal a lizard and take a photo.
Okay.
Also, can I just say, genius to make your Bond your dead wife? I think you really cheated the system there.
Oh,
Oh
you
no,
can't
no,
make a Vaughn
it's
the dead
Kira.
person.
She's not the
It's his
dead wife is-
granddaughter.
The
is not
Vaughn is the very alive granddaughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, missed
Yeah, I'm
opportunity.
gonna change mine to
Dead wife.
his dead wife.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, you pack your go bag, which includes your instruments, your medical instruments, your handgun, and you set off into the night after having dinner with your granddaughter Kira. Let's go over to Agent Oscar to right when he gets to where he needs to be on his motorcycle, his Harley Davidson. So what exactly are you doing to prepare for tomorrow?
Yes,
Right,
I
maybe
figure
your blood's pumping. Like
Yeah.
you're feeling this excitement.
he loves it. He loves it. He's got Danger Zone playing in his head 24/7, and he's pretty much walking as he goes, and he walks to the motel room. He goes and he goes there. He preps. He puts down his go bag, and he starts methodically taking it out one piece at a time. And he takes out his smoke grenades. He takes out his assault carbine. He's got everything packed and ready, and he treats them as these sacred objects to be
Okay.
cared for.
Yeah, he seems like the type of person that would have fantasies about home invasions done to
Oh,
him.
yeah.
So he can.
Yeah. No,
Grimy.
he knows. He's placing the
Right.
weapons in the right place
Maybe
so
you're
that when
even
he
taking them
sleeps,
apart and putting them back together. Yeah.
yep,
This feels
he's got a
different.
knife under his pillow. He holds onto it. He caresses it at night.
Okay. So a little bit about that carbine. You probably have that. I'd say because you're a Delta Green agent, you just straight up have that. Like, you probably got it somewhere illegally, but it is not the fully automatic variant, but it is a marksman's rifle.
Cool.
Cool. So that's in your go bag. What kind of transportation are you going to arrange for yourself?
I think he's gonna just go there on this bike. He's a
Okay.
solo. He's a lone ranger.
So you got like a duffel bag with a carbine,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you got your motorcycle. Okay, cool.
Well, depending on what state he's driving through, he could just open carry it all the way there on his
Not in
motorcycle.
Massachusetts. No.
Not in Massachusetts, no.
No. All right, and we're gonna fade to Agent Opal.
All right.
You just you just pissed Jack off.
I gotta
Man.
talk real good so I don't roll anymore. No pressure.
Yeah, you have to give a convincing argument.
All right. What was the scene? Sorry.
The scene is you've exited the office in a huff, right? You've pissed off your best friend Jack, or maybe your office buddy. Who knows if your best friend? I'm just asking if what kind of preparations you're making for this opera tomorrow.
He would, just go back to his apartment. A very small spot. He lives by himself with his cat.
Messy, clean.
Maybe a little messy, I would say. Probably.
The Bachelor.
Yeah. He's kind of nervous. He's still not, I guess, maybe not as familiar. And I guess, does he know he's going to be working with these guys again or no?
Yeah, typically. That's the MO of the group.
Okay. So he's also very concerned with everyone else being way cooler than him. So I'm imagine he's got like a little
But
fake
who do you
tattoo.
think is the coolest?
Oh,
I mean, they're all cool.
oh, it's
I mean,
that's
they're
a
all-
very
they're all-
political answer.
They're all like very like compared to Roy, like very manly, like tough in their own way type thing, But so he would have like a little fake tattoo he's trying to put on his arm. Or an anchor.
With a pen.
like a mom with a heart.
Yeah, or like an anchor and a heart and a mom.
I
Nice.
love
all in
that
one.
for you.
Oh,
Okay, so you're applying fake tattoos to yourself to prepare for this
as is tradition.
dangerous operation that might involve you dying. Good things go bad.
He's also making sure that he's got everything. I don't think he would carry a gun. He's not like a gun type guy.
Yeah,
I mean, works for the EPA. He will definitely make sure he has his like laptop.
Okay, you can get access to some databases with your
He'll
laptop.
has some equipment. Maybe he can take his like hazmat suit and stuff like that since
Yep.
he kind of works for the EPA. His
Love
like
that. Oh, that is so
uh,
good.
protected boots, that type of stuff.
Works for me. Pack
His
that up.
tree hugging arms.
How do you
Right.
get to the destination? Do you rent a car? Do you drive your own vehicle? What happens? You taking the bus? subway.
I mean, he'd probably want to do the most comfortable way possible. He'd probably want to fly there. I'm assuming
Monday?
he's like in Minnesota, where he's from.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to do like a red eye flight
Yeah.
because it is tomorrow. You're paying
Right.
out of your own pocket. Oof. Sounds good. So
Woofda.
that does mean you cannot bring any guns on board an airplane. So, right.
Yeah.
Moving on. Last but not least, O'Leary. How are you preparing?
Yeah, I also imagined Brad stole my thunder there with the sad apartment, but Dale is definitely he's got
Just
sad.
one of them. Like, I live in a dumpster.
Well, I'm about to. It's a fucking dump. It's got mad, sad divorce dad vibes.
Love that.
And he goes into a pantry and swipes off packs of ramen. And he reaches in and picks out his go bag, which has Old Trusty, which is a.
You
help
are the
me
type
out.
of person to name your gun.
Definitely. Unashamedly. Joe, what is the 1940 iconic pistol?
The 1911.
1911.
Colt 45.
Colt 45, Old Trusty. He draws out of the bag a bandolier of nips, like airplane flight whiskey bottles.
Sure.
Cocaine, LSD, a dash of Liao.
What is that?
Oh,
A
that's some dangerous shit.
Don't let anyone know you got that.
a UV scope. If you will actually let me have that, Alex. I'm not.
A UV scope? Sure, why not?
A 1911 pistol.
Fine by me.
No, you're crazy.
Yeah, that's
Why
fine
don't
by
you
me.
just put a nuke in there too?
I have a feeling that Alex's willingness to allow even amounts of this means that we're about to lose all of our equipment.
Yeah.
Would it be scarier if you
dead on.
don't? 'Cause
But last of all, he brings out a Bowie knife and he just like looks at the reflection of the light on the blade and he just says, "Smiley, it's good to see you again." Smash cut to him throwing all this shit into his Mustang, because obviously he drives a Mustang because he's a fucking
Obviously.
piece of shit. Former high school football star. And he just like stomps on it, and the pipes are so obnoxious they wake up everybody in the neighborhood as he careens off into the night.
All right. Wonderful. And I think that's a good time to redline everything and say you meet at, let's say, maybe 8:30 in the morning, Boston Common.
like a Indiana Jones style, like the map with all the red lines all converted.
You have your portraits like on the on the lines themselves.
But the one for Dale Cage is like,
Oh
really
yeah, it's going like this.
It's a bit erratic. Not gonna lie.
It's like some swirls. He goes the opposite
Hell
way
no.
sometimes.
I drive better when I'm drunk.
All right, so driving recklessly with cocaine in your car,
but he's a cop.
a gun
asking
with a
what-
military
as a cop.
scope, and you're a cop. Okay.
By the way, UV scopes don't exist. I think you mean IR.
That's what the dude told him that he bought it from. He just took his word for it.
Scratched out IR,
Oh
put
my
UV. Sells better.
Okay. Yeah, you meet up at 8:30. It is not quite 9 yet. It is a pretty sunny day. It's a beautiful autumnal day. There's vibrant yellows. Not all of the leaves have fallen off the trees yet. There's a lot of joggers in Boston Common right now, and you can see that these monument, this Soldiers and Sailors Monument, it lies on top of the hill, right in the middle of Boston Common. So think of this green common area with trees, a lot of pedestrians, surrounded by a lot of skyscrapers because of the downtown district that surrounds it.
So this is like the Central Park of Boston,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
it's if you've been to Central Park, New York, it is nowhere near the size of that.
Okay.
Think maybe 3 by 3 blocks, Boston
Okay.
Common.
But very much like a green patch in the middle of the city.
That's right.
Right. Okay. Petrov has found himself one of those chess boards, like the chess table that's in.
Oh, of course he
That's
has.
in the park, and is sat down and is doing that thing where he'll stand up and go to the other side, and he's playing himself while he's waiting for time to come.
Right.
Unless one of you guys shows up.
Any one of you can recognize
Can I
one
say,
another.
Roy comes up to him. He's like, "Oh, I don't know about that move there. How you doing, Petrov?" He's like, goes in for a shake.
He gives you like a pretty firm shake, but his eyes don't come off the table. Like the hand goes out and the shake happens. He's like, "Sit down, Roy.
Roy's like,
You're not
Gulp.
winning. Just so you know."
Sure. And then just sits down.
And he's
I
just
want to
when-
see how Agent O'Leary crashes this chess match, to be
oh
honest.
man. You know anything about what we're doing?
Well, I don't know. I just got the message, and Roy recites, the message to make sure it was the same.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's but he does look up. He's like, "It's good to see you. Are you okay?"
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. I've been working out like we talked about back, the last mission. I'm fit now.
Yeah.
At that point, Jack bundles up. Jack sneaks up just behind him while he's saying, "I'm fit now," and he gives him a monumental whop on the back. Roy, my boy.
Roy's like glasses go on the table.
Yeah,
And the
and
chess
knock over all
pieces
the
fall over
pieces.
everywhere. Petrov.
Is that you there, Jack? How you doing?
Oh,
Hello,
I'm
Jack.
fantastic. I'm fantastic. It's a great day. It's fantastic today.
This is how Gian thinks all Americans are.
Back to work. We're doing God's work today.
God bless America. The glasses. He'll pick up the glasses and hand them back to Roy. He's like, good you're here, Jack. But listen, before Dale gets here, I think we need to talk about what we are doing if he is using again.
An intervention.
Cut to Dale, who's in the bushes, looking at all three of you through his ultraviolet scope.
It's
the
just
hell?
all
And
white.
he like shakes it. And he's like,
I want you to
"Goddamn
roll luck
thing
for me,
ain't
please."
working." Okay, yeah, I'd love to.
And can I roll an alertness to see if I actually pick up on him?
What is your alertness value?
50.
50? You see him.
Okay. So he whispers. He's like, "Guys, he's already here."
Dale's like blind in one eye from staring for like an hour.
Goddamn thing's broken.
You got did you fail that luck roll?
27 on the luck roll.
Oh, okay. Someone actually just got you a military IR scope.
Oh wow. So
excellent.
so you can actually
Yeah.
see like heat signatures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
He's
Or
like
you've been all
Predator
my
over
life.
there.
Yeah, he's
I'm
just
But
on
looking
also,
at
do you wait? I
boobies.
want to have this understanding here because you said that a scope. That scope is attached to a gun, right? So you're pointing that at people looking through it, and you're pointing
Looking
that
at us.
at Oscar.
I did say I was behind bushes.
Yes, and Jack, Agent
Guys.
Oscar does notice you.
He's doing that thing where he's pointing a gun at us, and he thinks it's cool.
I gotta tell you guys, I was real nervous last time working with him. I don't know if I can handle him acting the same way again, and this is not a good start.
We have a job to do. And Petrov turns out, he's like, "Where is he?"
Oh, just right there.
And he turns around in the chair. Dale.
and Dale like freezes. He was like he was making a love poem to his new scope, which he has decided to name Darla because he's the type of dude that names objects. And he just smits and he's like, "Huh?" And he like tries to act like he was smoking a cigarette behind a bush and like
In a bush.
Dale.
"Oh my, hey Opal, hey Oscar, been a minute."
Or O'Leary. Yes, what's called O'Leary. Go
Yeah,
over
because
here.
you're on an op, you'd probably
Yeah.
use your agent name.
O'Leary.
Oh,
What are you fancy me? Okay, what's going on?
All right. And this at this point, it's
God,
like, well,
he's so
gang's all
awkward.
here.
he's so awkward all the time. Like, he says this out loud. Why is he so awkward?
He's got a gigantic pistol with a scope down the
Stuck
back
in the back
of his
pants.
belt, and it's just like bulging out.
I
Are
hope you have
you
I hope you
are
have your
you
badge on
currently in your police officer's uniform? That's
No,
not-
civilian clothes.
Because I will let you know that I don't think Massachusetts is open carry. It's concealed carry.
You might want to put your badge on.
Well, even if he puts his badge on, it's not.
It's still a problem,
it's not-
right? Yeah.
You got like a bag you can put that in there, O'Leary?
Yeah, totally.
He puts it right next to the Coke in his bag.
Right next to my Coke.
Roy like
Alex.
sees all the shit in his bag and he just like starts sweating.
as he puts his pistol with a gigantic scope in his bag, you see all the paraphernalia in there. For just a second, he's like, "Yeah, that's probably smart. Ain't no hostiles in the area. I've been doing some research. I saw every one of you come.
Who
down here.
has
Omar
at
is
least
so
a law of 30
exhausted right now. Like already, he's just. Ugh.
right now. I'd like to know who
I
has
have
a law of 30.
I have a law of
A
40.
Okay, well then I'll give you this information. You are really lucky right now that there's not a lot of people around. Otherwise,
Well, I know-
you'd be in deep shit.
I know we might not be from around this area, but I can tell you right now, O'Leary, you do not want to do that again.
Yeah, no, I just
And I have a feeling
still getting used
cocaine's
to.
illegal too.
Well, is it illegal to have a good time?
No!
Jack, do not encourage him.
You gotta be honest to the man. You gotta be honest.
Where is our at this like
You're at the bottom of the hill.
Petrov? He's like, all right, let's
What time is it?
let's head over to this
It's
monument.
approaching 9.
We
Where
need
are we
to find
heading?
our content, our contact, the monument.
Oh,
Sailors,
yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah.
We
so
all-
there's
All of us go at one time, or one go and the rest hang back, or
Yeah, good point, Roy. Why don't you go over there and bring our contact
No!
over here?
No! It's me. I've got this.
Roy, please go with Jack.
Fine.
all right. And Roy kind of like tries to lift up his shirt a little bit.
Show his tattoo.
So from my understanding, only half of you are going up the hill.
I guess
fuck it.
Jack and- Well, it doesn't.
Petrov's like, let's all go.
Yeah, you all
Nice.
got the message.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Wonderful.
go.
Guys, it's
So
weird. It would be cooler if I went up the hill just by myself, but I guess we can just all
We don't
go.
want to
It's
split the
fine.
party. It's a headache.
Fine.
I'll tell you what, Jack, you take point. We'll cover you. Right
yes,
behind
sir.
you, brother.
All right. Again,
And,
Petrov, he's just so tired of this
And-
already.
Can Roy roll an alertness to see if he sees our contact or someone that might be the contact?
No need, because you know what to look out for, so no need
Okay.
to roll. You do see someone sitting on a bench in like a light jacket wearing a blue scarf and a Red Sox cap.
Gotcha,
Person's
roll.
like an Asian man. Looks like he's sketching something on a notepad.
Roy points him out to Jack. I think that's our guy right there.
Jack just bounds over.
Wait, Jack, before
Jack's
you go.
already gone. He's out of earshot.
Damn it.
He's gone. And he bounds over and he sits down and he like slaps the guy on the back and says, I heard there's an opera in town.
Oh, really?
With a,
I,
with a
I
massive
heard that they
smile
were
on his
quite
face.
nice this time of year.
And then he says, Red Sox cap, blue scarf.
That's right. And like you all approach, right?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the guy.
And he
I
says,
the guy.
"My
I
friends,
see you have met our friend.
it's been a long time since our time at the university. It's very, very good to see you again. Why don't you get together and I'll do a nice sketch? Please stand right there." He gets his
Oh,
notepad out.
of course, we will stand here like
Give me a little pose.
Oh, Jack's in front and he's just flexing.
Would you prefer nude?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Do
And
we
he
know
starts-
this person? Is he our typical handler?
No, he's not your typical handler.
And okay, actually, let me ask this: we have a typical handler we work with?
That's not me.
No, I mean like.
Alright.
Oh wait, is this you?
Meta joke.
No, it's not me.
It's Alex.
Is Alex Sun sitting on?
I am
on the
not
bed?
sitting in Boston right now. I'm sitting in front of my computer doing a podcast for
Yeah.
Greenbox Gaming.
I'm questioning everything now.
I don't know.
Oh, uh-oh.
We've
But,
already
so,
broken
but
it.
we've never seen this person before.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you know that the group sends people out. Usually
send-
their designations, if you're part of a cell, people giving out the missions would start with the letter C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he continues as he's sketching. Remember Sally from calculus class? She's been in town, and I'd like you to check on her and help her out. Sally, she says she's helping out a member of the board. So once you check in on them, perhaps you can convince the board member to support our project if you can. He could be very useful to us. But I would be careful because you never know about new people. And he folds up the piece of paper and simply hands it to you, Petrov, Agent Omar. Now there's a weight to it when you touch it.
Okay.
Looks, it feels like a key.
What a beautiful caricature that you have done. I like how you have put me on a skateboard.
And he's just walking away.
That is great. Thank God. Bye. All right.
Well, what does it say?
Then you open the note, and it says Sally equals Jillian Walsh, friendly, ex-army, current city engineer, and it has an address for Jill Walsh. Board member equals Simon Gao, a city councilor and mayoral candidate.
Ooh.
GB, Chinatown. It has an address in Chinatown. You think it goes with the key that's currently in your hand. And there's a note that says use codes and phrases. And this is signed by Cho, which includes a cell phone number.
So that's Cho, and that's our handler.
And what was the board member's name, did you say?
Simon Gao.
Simon Gao. He put it in like the Zoom.
We got it in the chat.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And the
and just to say to recap what he said, I'll just paste that in the chat too.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, if I only knew how to access the chat. Okay. All right.
God bless him. He's a really, really good welder and blacksmith, guys.
He's like a mole seeing the sun for the first time. I found the chat.
So it sounds like we're not sure if we can trust this Simon Gao dude, but our handler kind of wants us to persuade him to help out DG, the organization.
Yeah, to have a councilman / potential mayor in the pocket of this organization would be extremely powerful. However, if they're not on board, then it's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
This seems really weird for a Delta Green operation, right?
I don't know. He's just being very cautious. I mean, we're out in public.
Yeah, let us find a place to sit down privately. We can talk.
Maybe somewhere without so many eyes, especially given what Dale's carrying. Our agent. What's your name again?
O'Leary. How about a pawn shop? I know a good few places around here.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we going to a pawn shop?
We just need to go somewhere. We need to get some privacy in chat.
Yeah, maybe there's a pawn shop near Chinatown. That's in the direction we need to go anyway.
You do have the address to GB, which means green box.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, yes.
That would be private.
Listen, yes, why don't we go check out this this green box here? Maybe there is more information there that we can go off of.
Yeah, I like pawn shop better, but all right, green box, let's go.
On the way there, can Roy do like an internet search of this council member to find out anything that might be useful?
Yeah, of course. So there's just some information that's for free. So he's currently campaigning to be the mayor, next mayor of Boston. He is a second-generation Chinese American, and he's pretty progressive and his changes would benefit the middle and working class citizens. Yeah, but you don't get his address or anything.
Okay, just his kind of shtick.
Yep.
Roy's not ignorant, and he's what do I have to roll to see if I can find any dirt on him, because he knows that might be something we could use to persuade him over to the operation.
Yeah, you can definitely at this time make a search roll then.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's say like you're just on your phone.
That's a 27, and my search is 60.
Okay.
Whoa, what's going on with the EPA?
So you find just some articles that might get you some leverage. He's not. I mean, just giving you this information. He seems pretty clean. However, there's other like no man's an island. Like in one like small article that you managed to find, he's basically visiting like an elementary school, and he has a picture with his son, who's like 8 years old.
Okay,
so his son's the dirty one, caught up in all kind of shit.
I think the implication here is that if we need to twist his arm,
if you want to go down that path, and that will cost sanity, because that's
things do not have to get that dark right now. Listen, what we have here from our friend Joe, our handler in this situation, he says that we should check in with Sally first. We have an address, perhaps address before Greenbox.
You're close to the Green Box now because you're in Chinatown, which is close to Boston Common.
If Roy had a vote, he would want to go to the Green Box first, but obviously.
Hell yeah. Get some guns, baby.
Green Box it is.
Green Box guns, gummies.
Jack knows what you're talking about.
O'Leary, maybe we can drop off your cocaine while we are there.
Yeah, for safekeeping. Or we could just do it.
There are other ways to dispose of cocaine.
They can't get it if it's in your blood. That's what my daddy always told me.
Right,
and that's probably why I am the way I am.
Yeah,
I had a really bad upbringing.
Let us not unbox your childhood trauma at this moment. To the Green Box.
All right. So as you take a stroll towards that Chinatown address, you enter Chinatown proper. It smells like piss and cigarettes. There's few people getting ready for the day, selling fruits and food from sidewalk stalls. And when you get to the address itself, it's leading down an alleyway. There's cardboard strewn everywhere, a dumpster that smells like shit. And then there's like a door at the end of the alleyway. Sketchy as fuck, but that's your address.
Jack,
that's the place. That's the place. That's the place. That's the place.
This is your door that's there, Jack.
That's the place. And he kind of walks up to it and he gives like a,
Actually, real quick, Alex, question for you. Would we know each other's first names?
Depends. Like it's not protocol, but since agents can become closer to one another to cope with the stress of the unnatural, they might reveal personal information.
And we are a very, very unprofessional group, so I figure we've let our names fly so many times.
We've been caught. We made an attempt to use our agent names, and it was just like.
Roy doesn't even know Dale's agent name. He's never said it.
All right.
So he's
I
gonna
don't know, like, is this door? I don't know. Can we start rolling some alertness stuff? Like, is this door being observed? You know, like, do we need to?
What's your alertness?
Worry about shit like this. So Petrov's alertness, not his best. No, his alertness is 40.
Oh, 40 is good enough. There's no cameras or anything. That's for sure. And
it
all
seems
of the higher
purposely,
windows,
purposely in a weird place to see.
Of course.
Okay, excellent.
Can Dale, in his high paranoid state, roll an alertness for tails?
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 Oh,
like,
yeah.
Tailing?
What's your alertness?
70.
No need to roll. There's no tails.
Lord.
Okay.
That's very high. We're all
we do have this. We do have this key. Here, Jack. Go ahead and open the door.
I got this.
Approach the door.
Oh, I'm already making you nervous. This is you're sketched out because of the door.
I don't know what you're worried about, and he just jams it in the
I'm
keyhole.
sure there is no reason for a green box ever to be trapped.
We get this at the beginning of missions, Petrov. Let's go! And he unlocks it.
Okay, so you stick the key into the door. It's a metal door. It's got a bit of heft to it, and it kind of creaks open. And you can see that it reveals a darkened stairway, one of those stairways that curve upward, up to the second floor.
Oh, so Jack steps back a little bit. This is causing some recurrent trauma. So he's like, oh,
It's Afghanistan all over again.
The stairs.
it's
Yeah,
dark.
the stairs are dark. The lights are off.
Never fear, Jack. Old Trusty is here. And he whips out Old Trusty out of his backpack.
With his IR.
With his IR scope.
Okay.
And goes up the stairs looking through the IR scope.
Okay,
I'm right behind you.
You go up the stairs. You completely ignore the light switch.
Light switch?
Yes.
100%.
And you start to tactically breach and clear the staircase. Who turns on the light switch?
Roy will.
Ain't no predators here.
Roy just like he just flips on the light switch.
God damn
The
it.
shock of the light
So
kind of hurts
bright.
your eyes because you're looking in through IR.
Yeah.
But yeah, it flickers
Sorry
to
there,
life.
Dale.
I can't see shit, Roy. Fuck. All right. You're right. I should have done the light switch. I just got this thing. It's really fucking cool. I'm sorry.
It's pretty cool.
All right, at the top of the stairs, there's another door.
I
Dale,
got
shoot.
this.
Shoots the door.
Shoots it
You
open.
can shoot the door. That's
No,
fine with
he
me.
doesn't. He doesn't shoot it open. Dale opens the door.
Okay,
All right,
you
let's
open the
Jack
door,
this.
and now this looks like where a lot of stuff is stored. So, just to give you an idea of this green box here, there's a lot of cardboard boxes, but there's one prominent thing in the middle of the room that kind of throws you off. You've seen this before, Agent Omar. This is a straight up MRI machine in the middle of the room.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Like the giant.
Yes.
It's a giant tube.
Yes.
It's a
that's
giant steel tube.
You recognize it for what it is.
Or one stripped down. Have you ever seen one that doesn't
when
have
they
the
pull all
casing
the
on it?
covers off
It's just like a
wild.
crazy,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, so there's
Full
just
magnets.
a straight up MRI machine in this room as well as a bunch of cardboard boxes.
Huh.
There's a
Damn it.
layer of dust on everything.
Where the hell are the
Okay.
guns?
You're welcome to start opening up boxes.
We can.
He starts
can we roll a
searching.
search roll.
No need to search because there's no stakes. I'm not gonna have you roll.
No.
Roy will look for.
But does anyone have demolitions?
Yes.
What value?
40.
Okay. So perhaps you used this in the past, but in one of the boxes, the U.S. Army uses it. This is a reel of detonating cord. It's
Det cord.
nicknamed det cord,
Yeah.
and there's just a roll of it.
It's
Oh,
explosive.
hell.
It's explosive rope.
Yes.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
nice. So
Got
yeah,
me
there's
some
a reel of det cord.
Used for what? Just breaching random spots, or?
Whatever you'd like to use it for.
That's the beauty of it.
Oh,
Yeah, and who else is searching? So that Jack finds the det cord. Agent
mean,
Roy
Pet-
will look.
Petrov is going to be looking at the machine, but if he's once he is satisfied that it is just an MRI machine, he will then look around as well.
Right. So it's an MRI machine, and as you're looking it up and down, you can tell that it's not plugged in or anything because that requires like I believe 240 volts industrial power. So thank God, because if that thing turned on in here, everyone would be fucking.
Well,
psycho.
if it had been used in this room and it hadn't been degaussed, if it hadn't
Right.
been
That's correct.
demagnetized, everyone's guns would have flown out of their pockets and
Yep.
gone into the middle of it.
That's
right?
correct.
Oh, Trusty. No.
There's no random pentagrams on it or anything like that.
Nope. It's a little rusty, but it looks like an MRI machine. Dale, O'Leary, are you looking in some boxes?
Yeah. Got a super low search for a cop, but
I don't care about your search, man.
Not right now.
You
Okay.
open a box.
No
okay.
stakes.
Yeah.
and
Open
you
a box. I'll
find-
open a box.
You find, let's say, it looks like almost like a crossbow without the strings, but and right next to it But this crossbow is hooked up to a shit ton of wiring, and there's almost like a quiver of 6-foot-long rebar segments.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a harpoon or a grappling gun?
Who has physics? I know the EPA dude has physics, Roy. This definitely looks like some kind of Gaussian rifle.
Oh wow.
So it
Cool.
launches magnetized pieces of rebar.
Roy will tell him.
Cool.
But also at the same time, it might not be reliable because it looks pretty slipshod.
You need to be very careful with that one, Dale.
Yeah. No, I'm careful.
Maybe give
with...
it to Jack. Oh no, never mind. Maybe give it to Omar. I mean,
no.
Omar doesn't have a big gun yet.
So this is the part where Joe, out of character, is like, "Why are we being given this?"
A lot of magnet type stuff.
A lot of magnet stuff.
Yeah, interesting.
This
And last but not least, let's say Roy's looking through one of the last boxes, and there's a box full of those foam grow capsules for those foam dinosaurs.
What?
Nice.
You mean the ones you put in
Wait,
water?
Yeah, you put it in
grow into
water
a
and it turns
dinosaur?
into a
Cool.
foam dinosaur. And I think that's the perfect cliffhanger.
foam dinosaurs.
How are the dinosaurs? It's
Roy's like,
we
what's
need to
gonna
see them
happen?
grow.
holy shit, guys, take a look at this. On this music.
And I think that's when we're gonna bio break.
So before we launch back into it, there's something I wanted to bring up, Alex.
Yeah.
That when I was listening to some of your stuff with RPG Reanimators, something that you had specifically said, that's one of those things I was like, oh my god, like that is so spot on.
Thanks.
Which I noticed you doing with us when you're describing the park, which is that you kind of talked about when describing things to players, like really bringing in as many of the individual senses as you can, right? Not just describing what the place looks like, but describing what it smells like,
Yeah.
and how clammy it is, or how dusty it is and stuff like that, or how a bright sunny day and things like that. Like you doing that, it's like it really, like it's again, like it makes all the sense in the world.
You're in. You're locked in.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes all the sense in the world from a narrative perspective,
you,
but it's something
fuckers.
I haven't done.
I've been smelling piss and cigarettes for the past 20 minutes. I'm ready to get out of here.
I mean,
That's
like when you
Dale's
describe
life.
that, if you've ever been to a Chinatown, that's exactly what it smells like.
Piss and cigarettes.
Dale feels at home.
Yep.
How much of that is off the cuff, and how much thought do you put into flavor, sensory text?
Oh, 90% off the cuff.
Amazing,
Okay,
dude.
cool.
Good on you, man.
Yeah.
But like, there's little tricks to it because you can draw from your own personal experiences.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like if you listen, if you ever want anyone to tell you what the inside of a cell of Guantanamo feels and smells like, Gian is your guy.
Again,
John.
it's me,
Gian
apparently.
is
This guy.
your guy.
That's
Who's
crazy.
got 2 fingers and knows Guantanamo, apparently.
What happened to the other 8?
All right. Are we ready to get back into the
Yes.
dinosaur growing pills?
Right.
Yes.
Wait a
Here,
second.
eat this, Dale.
Are you supposed to ingest these things? Have I been using them wrong the whole time?
Do you want to ingest anything in a
No.
green box, which
What
is
you got
usually
there,
a
Roy?
dumping ground for whatever?
For what?
You got
Yeah,
some gummies?
if we're jumping in, does Roy see anything odd about these that beyond of what they would typically do?
Yeah, so you've recognized that the box has already been opened, and it's in like those like clear plastic translucent casings with the backs that you can tear off, and they're compartmentalized. So you can notice that this is a box of 8, and 2 have already been used. You don't know what it's for. You don't know what it does. You just
I can't
know...
roll a. This would be a stretch, probably. I have a 40 on chemistry.
All right, with your 40 in chemistry, I guess the best way to tell what this would do is to use one. However, with your 40 in chemistry, that's us also telling you that you might need to set up a lab somewhere.
I'm just gonna
Listen,
say
if you put one of these things in water, it might turn to a fucking MRI machine. Okay, like that. Like, and then
some of the equipment I have just in the gear is, I have a chemical sniffer and sampling equipment.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, I don't know. Do you guys want to spend the time to dive into these? They seem odd.
Roy,
Oh yeah, brother.
let me
Roy,
see
what do you?
this.
Roy, I want to put one in the
machine.
machine. Guys,
Don't-
let's fire up that machine.
The machine
It looks
does not-
cool.
it does
Roy,
not
as
you know that is a
hell.
horrible idea with
That does not
physics.
work.
Well, Jack, you remember what
Oh.
happened last time? You took to the first impulse a year ago.
Fine.
I told you I don't want to talk about it ever again, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Math dog.
At this point, maybe you're looking through the rest of the boxes. There is maybe some lab equipment and a desk in the corner of the room underneath some boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, full lab equipment.
Oh.
But it's not set up. It'll take time to like establish this as a base of operations. Should you wish to make it a base of operations, this is a musty storage room.
Let's see. Do we have an actual time we needed to meet Sally?
No timeline in our briefing.
Up to y'all. Do y'all want to take time to kind of set up base a little bit, or do y'all want to head over tap? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, this place is this defensible? Do you think this is a good place?
Will I discern
what's your military science land?
It's very good. 60.
All right. Well, you know that there's one way in, one way out. So, actually, scratch that. Maybe let's say there's a ladder in the corner to the roof. So, one defensible kill zone, which is that staircase. Like anyone who goes up is gonna get fucked up by machine gun fire or a gunfire if you post it up there, and then you can escape through the rooftops.
Petrov, I really want to put up some dead cord. So, one way in, one way out. You feeling me?
You want to put up the dead cord on these stairs?
Just one or two, please.
Right. So to set these up, they need like an electrical charge. If you wanted to kill someone, you could definitely hook that up to the light switch.
Yes, he does it. if they're just watching him, he's gonna do it. He's gonna set up some kind of a
Hold up,
trap.
let me turn off the lights first.
And he turns off the lights and he breaks the switch so it can't be switched on again.
You mean the light switch, like to come up the stairs?
To come up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
no
star.
one uses the light switch anymore. Jack is gonna turn this place into an absolute fucking
So he's
shit
gonna
show.
rig. Can he rig the light switch to trigger this dead cord?
Yeah, you definitely can. But before you do that, I just want you to know that other agents might use this green box.
Okay, we gotta lock it. Wait, I need to go downstairs and lock this. And he goes and like locks it. He's just excited to use dead cord.
Jack, maybe we save the cord, okay?
Are you serious?
I'm afraid I am. I love your spunk.
Damn it.
My boy, you were up to your eyeballs in spunk.
He begrudgingly starts packing up the dead cord again and putting it in his bag.
Listen,
after he gives one of them, he like gives one little note of it, like a bit of a kiss before putting it away.
Listen, you
Oscar
two,
loves
Jack, Dale, you two through these boxes. Dale, no more cocaine today. Doctor's orders.
No. I moved on to LSD. You got to even out the highs and the lows.
That is not even how that works. Okay. Okay. You two do the boxes. Roy, me and you, we set up this lab. Maybe this machine. I don't know about the machine right now. Let us set up this equipment.
Yeah, Roy's like, this is the first time Roy's been actually kind of excited to do something. He's the whole espionage, guns. He's kind of like weary of that, but he's like excited to get his hands on this equipment.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that's going to take a couple hours to set up and get everything in place. So we can say that's what you're doing for that amount of time.
Cool.
Right.
What's everyone else doing?
Dale is going to crawl up the access ladder and see what the rooftop vantage point looks like.
Yeah. All right. So as you climb up the ladder top, you can see that the rooftop is littered with bird shit and cigarettes. Across the way, there's like a Thai restaurant on the second floor. And then you think you could use this rooftop to access other rooftops with fire escapes to get down to the street level safety.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come down and.
But people have been smoking up there, so
yeah.
These look super old.
Okay.
Just relay
Nothing
that
looks
information.
fresh. Yeah.
The birds are smoking again.
The
Mhm. Birds
them
aren't real.
goddamn smoking pigeons. I know I seen them. They're real. The birds aren't real.
No,
But
more
these are, though.
cocaine.
I'm going to go in the corner and caress Delilah, which is what he's named his crossbow. Which I didn't know if it was supposed to be a pun. A crossbow that's a gauss gun.
It's a gospel.
Gospel.
Well, there's no string. It looks like it just fires the.
It's
the
like
rebar.
it uses an electric charge to
So what
push
kind of
this
damage?
rebar out here.
What kind of damage would that do? A handheld Gauss gun.
Well, it is a piece of metal impaling
That'll
into
hurt.
something.
Okay.
High velocity.
We'll talk mechanics when you actually use it.
Okay. Shoot a gun.
And I
Shoot a
will.
pigeon.
If you'd like, but you can also see that because of your physics being high enough, the construction of it is kind of shoddy.
Janky.
Mm.
Yeah, really janky. So you don't know if it's even gonna.
Hold it with two hands.
Don't you call Delilah janky, handler. Don't you
Okay.
talk about her like that.
All right.
I created her.
You don't know her the way I do. All right. Well, I guess so I don't know, can we skip forward to we've now set up this stuff and we have
If
a
you'd
working
all like
lab?
to set up, you most certainly can. I'm just using this as an opportunity for you to tell me what you're gonna do, and then I can narrate separately.
Petrov's just helping
If you'd like to split up.
Roy.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, Roy's
Jack is-
setting up specifically to look at these dinosaur things.
Fine by me.
Jack is probably lying down. He's like seated. I take it the MRI machine has like the bed that extends. He's seated on the bed, and he's like about to lie down, and he's now pouting because he didn't get to do his dead cord. He's like, oh man, don't never let me set up my explosives.
Jack, would you please not get anywhere near that thing? I have no fucking idea what it
You
does.
don't let me do anything.
He's got like 2 dumbbells. He's just like doing reps on it.
Doing flies.
So ripped.
Yes.
So
He's
jacked.
got two
like,
ammo cans. He's just.
I'm just gonna work out. He starts
Yeah.
working out
All right,
while he
so
waits.
if you're all gonna stick together, that's fine.
Dale is on top, doing recon, just like watching out for anybody
Okay,
that would approach the building.
sounds great.
And then you see the guy doing recon at the Thai place across. And you guys like waving
And
each
then he
other.
draws out Delilah. Oh no, we just wave.
Okay, so you basically set up the science equipment. Perhaps part of this is like you do get like some supplies like water and rations from like a CVS down the street. But yeah, that takes you about an hour or two. It's just past the it's just noon right now. So that Thai place that you're looking at, Dale, it's filling up. So you have the equipment set up. What do? You have water, food.
Roy, what do we need to do with these?
Well, let me roll something so I can best assess how to figure out what these things are before we put it in water.
Okay.
Is there a way to do that before we just plunge them into water?
Yeah, you can definitely roll chemistry.
You could plunge them in
Alright.
your mouth.
Eat this. All right, I'm gonna roll something for chemistry. Damn it, I got 84, so I have 40 in chemistry. That's not gonna cut it.
84.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, this seems like a normal foam like growing capsule pill.
If
Might
this
as
is
well
a
just-
stupid red herring, Alex,
Is it?
this is nothing,
I
and
don't
we
know.
have done.
It's your game.
But this is very dumb. It's like we're all like, what is this? Why is it here?
The experienced Delta Green agents know not to touch anything.
Yeah, right. We're just like, ugh. Listen, maybe we take the dinosaur with us, take one of the capsule.
Yeah. There's really nothing I
You
can do until
probably
we.
shouldn't eat it. That's for sure.
It says choking hazard.
There's
It says
nothing
choking
It does say
hazard.
choking hazard on the
I
box.
do not believe it should be used as a suppository either. We
No.
should do neither thing.
You are actually since you're a vet, this is great experience. So like maybe you've had a case where a pet has swallowed one of these things. They've needed to have surgery because this
They
capsule, this
expand
foam,
inside.
it would expand and soak up all the stomach acid.
Hmm.
Yeah, so not pleasant.
I am hesitant to believe that this is as simple as it looks. Next to the weird MRI machine that should not fit through the door, and next to the weird railgun.
There's some specific trauma Alex has with these things, and he's just putting it in here because.
Bring it up. Listen,
Oh no.
why don't we, my friends? Why don't we go talk to our Sally? See if we can find out about her. Maybe you can do your Google of her. See if there's any Sally who works for the city as an engineer, and then we go see her. We have an address.
I'm on it, Chief, and yeah, Roy
Okay.
will roll something.
No need to roll. There's some
Okay.
What do you call it? Surface level information that you can learn. And this person, Jillian Walsh, it seems like for those with SIGINT, it's just like Sally is just the code phrase.
Oh yes.
The interchange.
Mhm.
But Jillian Walsh, she works for the city as like a civil engineer for like city planning and stuff. And she was a vet who served some time in Iraq.
Okay. He'll relay this to everyone.
All right. Let us go visit Miss Walsh.
Yeah, she's in South Boston, so that's let's say maybe a 20-minute ride, or you can take the train.
I am unfamiliar with mass transit.
Right. So the train, the subway system there is the MBTA, the Mass Bay Transit Authority. You can take the red line from Downtown Crossing, which is closest to Chinatown, to Broadway Street, where the address is near.
Let us go. Dale, perhaps you should leave your recreational drugs here.
I was hoping somebody had reached out to Dale. Otherwise, he literally would have just stayed on the rooftop.
Dale, we are leaving.
Yeah. No, I'll just do them all right now, and that way they won't be a thing.
Dale, don't do that. Just take one. You're allowed one.
All right.
Take your favorite.
I will say, Roy, one more thing. As you're unpacking the science equipment, there's some odder stuff. Like there's a Geiger counter with this equipment. There's like a UV flashlight, other strange things that aren't typically part. Instead of just like a microscope, and there's like an oscilloscope and all other kinds of tools.
Well, is anything radioactive? He'll turn it on in the vicinity.
Okay, yeah. The dinosaur pills are slightly radioactive, not to a dangerous amount, but it is making the Geiger counter go off a little.
Definitely don't eat them. All right. Is there any weird fingerprints or something all over the place? They'll just do a brief UV. Okay.
No, nothing like
The whole place. It looks like one of those 1 hour motel rooms.
Oh, God.
It's just lit up.
Oh no.
Oh, that's an idea I'm gonna write down.
You
Not
write
that,
that
but like,
Got him.
yeah, if you turned on the UV light and there was just like the silhouette of a person, that'd be fucked.
Oh,
like one of those
Creepy.
shadows left on someone, like from Hiroshima. Like
Yeah, that would be
that's cool.
sick.
But I think that's a story for another time.
Another time.
Let's take the
Yeah.
train.
Let's take
Yep.
the train.
Now
While we're on the
arriving
train.
at-
Dale
While
takes
we're on
all
the
of his
train.
drugs and weapons.
You're going to take them or take them?
Bring them.
Okay. All right.
While we're on the train, I think we're just sitting, I don't know, standing, hustling, and
Yeah, there's a lot of students, a lot of people commuting to and from work, going on lunch. It is a pretty, like the subway system. It's kind of gritty. It's kind of dirty. It smells. The seats are made of cloth and they're kind of stained with unknown liquids over the decades. But
We shine
the train.
UV light.
Are you doing that on the train?
subway car.
You might get a few odd looks and it might not be as effective because there's actual light shining down.
No, you got to use the scope, brother.
You
You
take
just
out
got a
your
UV
No,
scope.
put that down. Put that down.
You
Okay.
take out the
Oh,
gun
shit.
in the.
No, I do, but they stop me.
It is okay, but
okay.
he is a cop.
Okay, so the subway chimes and it says now arriving at Broadway, and you get off on this station and make your way up towards the surface where you head to the address. It looks like an apartment complex where Jill resides.
Roy, what do you think the letter meant by use code names?
Well,
You're
I'm
smart.
not as I'm not as seasoned as you fellas, but I'd say that just means use the code names. Oscar.
Oh, I was saying, okay, so I'm not gonna call you Roy.
There's a reason we bring Roy along. It is for these things.
He's so smart.
No, he's so
You mean
fucking
Agent
smart, dude.
Opal?
I bet you were a
reason we
fucking
bring
nerd in
Opal.
high school. I probably would have bullied you, but I got past that. I used to be a huge piece of shit, but now I'm still one. But I ain't so much of one as I was in the past. A little bit of my backstory.
I was
Opal.
never
He's
bullied.
so
He pushes
awkward.
up his glasses.
Nice.
All right. Is there like a buzzer like at the very bottom? Like you have to like buzz into the building? Or you just go straight out?
Yeah, there's a buzzer.
Petrov will walk up and find Jillian. What was her
Yeah,
name?
and
Jillian
you
Walsh.
say Walsh. Yeah, and you hit
he'll-
the
he'll-
buzzer.
Me.
And she says, who is it? And there's some immediate concern that's going off in your brain because if those of you above standard human, there's definitely some kind of panic in her voice.
Maybe she
Mhm.
answers a bit too quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're definitely getting a sense of that.
This is Omar. I am told by Cho sent us.
Oh, okay. I'll buzz you through. Just hurry up, get up here.
Okay.
And there's a as the door opens and you hear the lock disengage.
Okay.
Stairs or elevator?
Stairs.
Omar is going elevator.
Why?
He's like
He's 60.
he's like in his 60s. He's like
Omar.
Use a
He's
cane.
he's like
This is
hell
important.
no.
How high is it? How many
I
floors?
don't think he uses a cane. I think
Okay.
he's just like, and I don't think he's not like crippled or anything. He's just
Okay.
getting older.
He's just lazy.
tired of the shit.
You know what? I won't have this. You got to get some exercise in. How many flights of stairs?
It's 3 flights.
Come on,
Oh,
let's
I
go.
can-
Otherwise, I'll carry you if you,
You
get
gotta
tired.
get your steps in.
You
I can do
big
3.
baby.
All right, I'll
So we
go
take
with
the
you.
stairs.
Alertness to see if we're being tailed.
Yeah, no, you're not being tailed.
Right.
You're gonna get Here's the thing. This is a corrupt cop. He's very paranoid.
He's always paranoid.
And
that's
he's
fine with me.
only gonna get worse.
Oh, we'll see what happens. Right, so you make your way up to the 3rd floor, and it's a well-lit hallway. The door is ajar, and you see an older woman's face kind of peering out. She says, "Hurry up!"
All right.
Jack's gonna get ready. I don't know. Jack's probably got his pistol in the holster at this point, or no, that's too open. Is there any way that Jack can have a weapon at the ready nearby in case things go south?
Stuck in your pants.
Look, Jack, you just got to do what I do. You take your backpack and you put it on your front like a papoose, and then you put your hand down the backpack, and you got your hand on the
Because
pistol.
that's not sketchy.
God damn it, Dale! You look so weird. You know what? I'll just keep this knife, and he's got a blade in his back pocket.
It's like a fanny pack, but it takes up your whole torso.
So Petrov will walk past these two having this conversation, and will enter the apartment. His pistol's probably like in his like the back of his pants. He's wearing like a jacket over the top of it. But he's like, Miss Walsh, correct?
She lets you in. She's well, she is an Irish woman, and she lets you in. The lights, there's a lot of light going on. Home security installed. You instantly
Like a
notice
bit
that.
much.
Yeah, like kind of paranoid. And she's like,
Mhm.
okay, and she closes the door, and then she bolts it with 4 different bolts.
Whoa, Sally.
Well, you're not followed.
No, we have a
I
very
made sure of
paranoid
that.
man.
He's
with
very
us.
good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, things are fucked. I reached out to the group as soon as possible, and it looks like they've sent you. And she kind of eyes up and down Dale. Agent O'Leary.
Shade.
Jack like flexes a little bit while she's watching him.
Yeah. So
We are a finely tuned machine.
yeah. Because of your military background, Agent Oscar, you instantly like know that she's ex army. She's got tattoos. But she says, yeah, things are kind of fucked up. We saw some fucking freaky shit, and I don't know if whatever's down there has followed me.
Down where?
Oh, there.
Slow down. Let
Yeah,
us go
take a
see it.
seat.
Uh,
Down.
okay. And she gets a whiskey glass and she goes over to the liquor cabinet and pours some whiskey for herself.
Okay, wait.
She sits down.
You said here, followed here. Do I need to be alert? Do we need to keep watch?
I don't fucking know.
Oscar,
I thought you're
watch the
professionals. You're
door.
here to figure things out, aren't you? And she's obviously
Yeah, Oscar
in a
will
heightened
watch the
state
door.
Okay.
Listen, okay. So first of all, you said something down there.
Yes.
Where is there?
Okay. So I was doing a one-on-one walkthrough with the city councilman at large, Simon. Because I'm the engineer on this project to survey this old subway station to see if it was going to be able to be repurposed into an artist gallery or like a workshop, some grassroots initiative thing.
You were with Simon Gall.
Yes, I was with the counselor yesterday afternoon. And we were looking through the place because, you know, this would be good for his campaign. And he insisted that we go there into that crawl space. We shouldn't have gone in that crawl space. It was horrible.
What was in the crawl space?
It wasn't in the plans. It wasn't in the plans. There was this crawl space in the corner, and like he noticed it and he removed the panel and he's like, what's in here? And I'm like, we can check it out. And it was fucked up. It wasn't in the plans. We saw bones. But what happened was it was like rotting meat but backwards on the bones. Over
like
and over
growing
again.
meat.
Yes. So we got the fuck out of there when we heard a voice. And this voice, it filled my head.
Well,
Simon was terrified. I've tried calling him. I think he's still at his house. No one's seen him today.
Is he just as scared as you are?
I don't know.
You said you were afraid something followed you. You think this because you see something, or you were just frightened?
Give me a persuade roll.
Huh.
All right. So here's the thing about Petrov's his like discerning nature, that he's got a decent persuade. He's got a 60.
Let's see it.
So let's see what happens. God damn it, that's a 92.
She narrows her eyes. You're getting signs that she definitely like doesn't trust you enough to tell you this.
Can Dale,
unless you can reassure her some way.
Can Dale's crazy ass try something?
Sure. What's it going to be? What are you going to try to attempt?
Look, Jill, it seems like you've been through a real bad time, and I know just what you need.
I knew this.
And he reaches into his bandolier of nips and he pulls out a Jim Beam nip. He's like, I'm going to give this to you and it's going to calm you down.
Okay. You think that with some time and more alcohol, you can probably get the information out of her. So I'll give you what's your persuade normally?
High. Oddly enough, 70.
I'll give you a plus 20 for that.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
Don't fuck it up.
you could fuck it up. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
So, 40 and a 0.
Okay, that's good.
So
that's
That's just a 40.
Yep.
Okay. Like
So that's a
400. What the
pass.
fuck?
So she's like, okay, yeah, I think I just need a drink. Just need to have this, and I'll calm down. And like 3 nips later, right? she's like, she
That's a lot.
reveals.
That ain't infinite.
I don't know. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think I'm still hearing shit.
What kind of stuff you hearing?
Like, there's this voice, and it sounds like it's muffled. It's coming through static. But this voice, it says that it can do anything, and that fucking terrifies me. And she takes another swig.
Yeah, no, yeah, I hear shit all the time.
Really?
They don't say the same thing as that, but you say they can do anything. Why does that scare you so much?
What if it's like a god?
Well, did you hear it say anything else besides this? What else? Can you discern anything else from?
It wanted us to stay in that small place, in that crawl space.
Have you told anyone else about this?
No, I just called my contact. There was a number. I met a man maybe 3 decades ago. And he covered up some weird ass shit, and he told me if anything like this happened again, I was to call this number, and they'd send people.
You did the right thing. Now, he turns to these other guys like, we need to determine what the situation is with Mr. Gao. Jillian, do you have anyone you can stay with, a place you are safe?
I think I'm safest here, she says.
So, about that, the cameras, are they new since this happened, or you have the cameras
No, I've
before?
always had these.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. If you want to investigate that fucking hellhole, here, you can have my ID card.
He said it.
Oh.
So yeah, you can. She gives you her ID card, and it should tap you into
like this access to like
subway,
an old forgotten
subway
part
system.
of the city.
Like something like this.
Yeah, I saw your background. I was like, it was on purpose.
And Dale sort of sidebars with Roy, and he's like, "Hey, Roy, you still got that Geiger counter on you?"
Oh yeah, I do.
Just curious.
Oh, yeah. Nothing. Let's. I'm just gonna look around a bit, Julian. It's just protocol, and he'll take it out.
Okay. And actually, and while he's doing that, I think
the curtains are drawn in this apartment. It's a pretty nice place, to be honest with you.
Oh no, I don't have any psychotherapy. I thought I did.
You take out your Geiger counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's starting to tick just slightly.
Can I discern? Is there a specific spot where it's going up more if I try to follow it?
I'll take that with a search roll.
Okay.
Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
40 and my search is 60.
Nice.
Okay. So, right, you hold it shoulder level and it starts to tick. And it's like slight radiation, no amount that's gonna like straight up kill someone. But it's like a safe it's a safe level. It's very odd. And then as you move it downwards, it starts to pick up a little more. Just a little more. Still a safe level. Down, stomach, hips, shin, ankle, boot. And it's just going off on
Jillian's boots.
On her right boot.
Did you happen to wear these shoes when you were going through that crawl space?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe you take those off.
Yeah, I'm not a scientist, but those are bad shoes now.
Yeah, so like, what is this? Well, I guess
it's not a crazy amount of radiation, but there is radiation. And she takes her boot off.
Is there a residue, Roy, or something?
It looks like there is something there. It looks like there's a rock that is stuck to in the track of the boot. There's a small pebble, and it glimmers a blue-green.
Can I just do
Perhaps.
Can I do an environment roll to see if I'm familiar with this type of
Yeah,
rock?
you most certainly can.
Man, who'd have thought that the EPA guy,
Chemist.
right?
So useful.
Uh,
I got all these
so-
guns right now, just waiting to go off.
Should I shoot the rock?
It's 62 under 80.
62 is good enough. This is
Jeez.
of no known stone that you have ever seen in your life.
Well, he's intrigued by this.
All right.
And
You
he'll just,
probably
like-
have to get back to like a lab or something.
Yeah, but he'll
If only
take
we
it.
had a lab.
He'll take it out of the boot
All right.
and pocket it.
Okay.
No, I saw
Maybe-
one of them and
Maybe
Big.
in your pocket, right next to your thigh. Not the best place for the radioactive
Yeah,
rock.
don't you have some containment stuff? Yeah, you literally brought a hazmat suit, but you're putting that like a piece of gum in your pocket.
Oh, I'm
That's great.
familiar with this kind of stuff.
What is wrong with you, fool?
Fine, you take it, Jack. Shit.
No, I don't want it. And he like if they're throwing it around, throws it back.
He'll have. I'm sure he has some kind of secure thing to put it in.
Yeah, let's say you do.
Okay.
You're a professional. Yeah, so you take that out of her boot treads, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And she says, "Yeah, I haven't heard from Simon. I do know his address though." And she gives that to you. He lives on Beacon Hill. It's a nice neighborhood.
Okay. Listen, Jillian, it's very important that you stay here, and that you do not let anyone come in besides
Okay.
us.
Is there any way I can contact you or anything?
Would it be appropriate for us to have a burner accessible to us?
You all have burners, yeah.
Okay. I will give you my number. You will call, but if something happens, you will call me immediately. Even if I do not pick up call,
Okay.
we will come back. You understand?
Okay, fine.
If you cannot
And-
get a hold of me, you still have the number of the group that you contacted initially.
Yes.
You call them.
Okay.
Man,
No.
you're a professional. You have been in the service. You have a weapon, right?
Yeah, she has one on her. In her
Okay.
holster.
refresh my memory. Her first contact with the organization was what? Somebody
30
said
years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
What did she say about that?
What do you mean? She means that's when she first was introduced to the group, and they told her to call the number in case weird shit like what she saw happens again.
She didn't specify what happened.
Jill.
Neither does she want to.
Okay.
Is
y'all
Dale
think it's
gonna try
worth-
anyway?
Y'all
Try.
think it's worth
Yeah. Why not?
Go over. it.
Jill, one more question. Here, have a nip. Have two. Have three more nips. I'm running low on nips.
We're
I can
gonna
give
kill
you three.
this woman.
She
And-
says, "I don't think I should drink anymore."
Yeah, you're probably right. It's good to know your limits.
And she looks you right in the eyes. It's like
Oh.
it's a haunted look.
Oof.
Like she uses alcohol to deal with her problems.
Yeah.
It's like,
So we've all had an inauguration into this unfortunate business 30 years ago. What happened to you?
I don't want to talk about it. And she instantly just like clams up. Her body language
Clams up.
crosses her arms.
Is it anything related to what we are doing now? Is
No.
my question.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right.
Listen. If anything happens, someone comes, you're hurt, you call, we will come. Protect yourself. You know what they do.
Okay.
And do you have some music that you can play so you don't have to listen to the voices?
Yeah, I've got Rolling Stones album.
Just listen to Mr.
Which
Jagger.
one? It's important. Which one?
she names off one. I'm not gonna get into that.
Good one.
All right, we need to go check on Simeon, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, we
just
definitely.
make sure nothing happens to him. She says.
We will try.
We just want to walk around with this irradiated rock. Or
You
we
can
want to
split
get
up.
that.
You're welcome to split up.
in a laugh. Yo, we can split the party for sure.
I mean,
That always works out good.
I'm going to the hellhole.
you can go to the hellhole.
Listen,
You can all go to the hellhole.
Well, I'd say we why don't we
Straight to
go
the
ahead and-
source.
we're not sure exactly what went on down there, so maybe we should head over to Simon first, make sure everything's okay with him.
Do you have a phone number for Simon?
He's not answering. But
Oh.
yeah, you're welcome to have it.
I think.
And she says, "Here's his home and his cell."
Okay, we can call both. Gentlemen, I think our primary concern at the moment is to find out if Simon is alive or well. Hopefully both. Then we can deal with the rock.
Yep. All
I
right.
would like
Agreed.
those of you with human to roll.
Let's see.
I got a failure. I rolled a
I
64
got a
over
failure
40.
as well.
Make sure to
fail.
check off your failures because you can improve those for next session.
That's a failure. Did we all fail?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent news.
All right, so she kind of ushers you out.
And Dale leaves her a line of cocaine to offset all the alcohol that he's giving her. This is going to do you good, Jill.
The fuck is this?
Never mind our man. He just like sweeps it to the floor.
All right.
Lock the door.
Yeah, you can hear the of that bolts.
All the latches.
Yeah.
On the ride there, Roy he's not normally one to use my fisticuffs, but if anyone has an extra weapon, I would much appreciate it. Just a knife
Jack
or anything.
Takes out a combat knife and just plops it in his hand. It's hefty.
We're
It's
like
like
on
with
the
that-
street.
Yeah. Take
Royal-
this.
Roy will take the combat knife.
All right, awesome. You have a combat knife.
You know how to use that thing, Roy?
Oh yeah.
He
Like
guts
steps.
Dale.
He's dead.
Fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Roy would just be like trying to be very practical and like talk about, he knows like radiation can make people delusional sometimes if she got exposed to something. It's an old city. Who knows what's leaked down there,
We got to be worried about it being exposed to this shit.
You also
Not-
have a city councilor who is not read into unnatural shit
Yes.
just out there.
Well,
So good luck with that.
We have a
Yeah.
containment issue.
I would say we should just say we're looking into it, and there's nothing to worry about if he seems too fussy like
Well, we have
Julian there.
someone. We have someone from the EPA right here. Maybe they walk into a mold and it affects his mind, and he did not see what he thought he see.
righto. Yeah.
We need to go check on this man. We might have a leak.
Yeah. I'd say we head right there.
Okay, so you make
Yep.
your way to Beacon Hill. It's a richer neighborhood, and it's a nice like townhouse. No, actually, it's not a townhouse. It's a nice single house. The curtains are drawn. The front door, it's a nice bright red, and there's stone stairs up, metal railings, 2 stories. What do you all do?
Wait. Can we just walk up to the door?
You
is it-
most certainly can.
All right. And we have, and I would say that this whole time we've been going here, we have at least called both phones twice. I assume.
Oh, yeah,
we
you're
got
getting
no
nothing.
response. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, get to the door, like kind of like before we go through, like kind of peeking through the window, like there by the door, if there's anything obvious,
Yeah.
maybe
what
a
is
pool of
your
blood
alertness?
leaking out from under the front door, something like that.
Yeah, I'll take your alertness.
Let's see what we got here.
So close. So close.
Failure. 45 over 40.
Okay.
Don't see anything. All right.
Can I think Jack will probably be like, guys, hold up. Does the signal. I'm going to go first. And
At
he's
this
going to
point,
try and...
there's a lot of pedestrians about because it's noon and it's a nice
Okay.
day. It's
Hold
a
up.
Saturday, yeah.
and then he's gonna probably try and sneak up on this place and scout ahead stealthily.
You're gonna crouch down low and slow,
Well,
close to
just
the
try
ground
and
in the middle of daylight.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what he would do.
Okay.
Are you trying to get around the back or something? Or are you just trying to?
Yeah, that was my question as well.
Yeah, are you going up to the front door or the back?
No, probably the back. He wants to maybe stealthily, so like, hold up here at the front. I'm gonna go check out if there's a back. Stealthily.
That's a total tactical move. That's smart.
Okay,
Dale,
give me a
Go
stealth
with
roll.
Jack.
No, leave him here.
You want us together?
No, Petro.
All right,
you
say
hang
no
out.
more. And
That's a success.
Dale will go with Jack.
Okay,
Me and Omar
success.
will take the head and say we're part of the EPA looking into this situation in the older part of the subway.
Yeah,
Okay.
Roy, I don't care. I'm going to the back.
Nice.
So, Oscar, O'Leary, you sneak around the back just fine. You, Omar, and Opal, you head up the front stairs.
Jack,
You
so-
ascend the front steps, and when you get to that front door, you're hearing the sounds of what appears to be cartoons, the TV on.
All Roy can think about is how cool Jack is.
All right.
Lets out a big, deep sigh.
Roy or Opal, you take the lead here. You know the talk, and Omar will knock on the door. 3 hard federal knocks.
Okay. You
American.
hear a young kid say, "Who is it?"
Oh, it's Agent Opal here from the EPA, and I'm here to talk to your father.
Dad says I shouldn't open the door for strangers.
Is your father home?
Yeah, but he's taking a shower right now.
Please go get your father. We need to speak to Simon.
Okay. And you hear like small footsteps run up the stairs. And meanwhile, let's go to Jack. Let's sit on that tension.
See.
Oscar and Leary, you sneak around the back.
Here's
It's
the
a
thing.
nice porch in the back, barbecue grill.
I got this new toy, Jack. It lets you see behind walls. You can see people
Ooh.
behind walls, and he passes over.
That's not how
Oh,
That's not how it
that's-
works.
Yeah, no. It would probably peek through it'd be like, Jack, that's
Yeah,
really cute.
You know what this is, Oscar, with your military background.
Yeah,
He has no
that's
idea what
really
he's talking
cute.
about.
But this dude that sold you this thing, he was lying to you. If you think you can look through doors and walls, it shows up heat signatures. So you're gonna look through that glass, and you're just gonna see nothing.
He told me you can see a woman naked.
Incorrect.
Shit.
All right, but okay. Can I roll an alertness or see if there's anything access, any way, anything that's been disturbed, anything out of the ordinary? Out the back
No need
here?
to roll alertness. Everything seems as is. There's not been a fight or anything knocked over. It looks like an ordinary back porch. There's some lawn chairs. You had to hop a fence to get in here, and you've evaded any nosy neighbors. Which a neighborhood like this would definitely have nosy neighbors. But there is a back door, obviously locked, and there's the sound of cartoons playing on the other side.
Can we, in Delta Green, what would you roll to do sort of like a lockpick check if this were D&D?
Oh, don't tell me what you'd like to roll. Just tell me what you like to do, and then I'll tell
Okay.
you what to roll.
Dale would like to get the door open just in case we need to come in the back.
All right, roll criminology.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Great news.
Nice.
You're asking the right guy.
I know you're a corrupt cop. Of course.
You're not going to believe this.
What's up?
Got an 80 for criminology, 89.
89.
Oh.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, you're like,
Okay.
I know
That
exactly
sucks.
what to do, and then it snaps inside of the lock.
God damn it, Dale. Get your badge ready.
I need to do a line or a shot or a line and a shot.
You can do a line. This is you have free will. You can do a line right now.
I need
Dale.
a snifter.
Dale, I'm sure you have a
hear-
limit on how many drugs you have, and this is ludicrous. So I'm gonna say, just get your badge out and let's stay focused here, okay?
It's like
Got it?
Hunter S.
Right.
Thompson over here. Just
all the time.
So, are you doing a line, Dale?
I think Dale says that, and then Jack says that, and maybe like shakes Dale's shoulders,
Okay.
and Dale's like, okay, yeah,
Lock in.
I'll just get the fucking badge out. That's
Get your
like,
badge.
All
That's
right.
what we can
And
do
as
to
you
be
hype
useful.
yourself up, we're gonna swap back to the front of the house where you hear those footsteps come down from the stairs, and that boy, that boy's voice, it says, "That's not answering. He hasn't been answering."
oh no.
How long has your father been in the shower?
Well, I watched a lot of cartoons, and then he names off like 5 or 6 different shows which have an airing of 30 minutes each.
So he's like, uh, listen, we think your father might be unwell. We need to see him. We need you to open the door.
Give me a persuade.
Right.
You get a +10 because you have a convincing argument.
And a nice foreign voice.
23 under 60, but would be 80. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So in that case, you're like, okay, you're the good guys,
I
right?
I am a doctor. We are worried for your father.
Oh, okay. And you hear the door deadbolt unlock, and then like a young kid about your like chest height here looks up at you, and he points up towards the stairs.
He so Petrov, like in this moment, he's like shit, like this thing's, but he's like, he sees this kid here, he's like, Roy, stay with the kid, and he yells to the back door, come inside, and he goes up because he's like, there's a medical emergency.
Yeah.
Like,
This is a little stressful, so
It is
I think we're gonna call for our first SAN roll against helplessness. There's a young kid
Okay.
here. It's kind of fucked up. So why don't you roll a 0/1 sanity roll against helplessness? And when I say 0/1, I mean 0 on a success, 1 on a failure.
Right. And we're just
both of you. Yep.
I got a 15.
Okay, so 0.
Yep.
You are focused. You are heading up the stairs. That shower is just running. There's a bit of steam.
Like it's been on for a long time.
Oh yeah. Actually, there's no more steam at this point. All the hot water would be used. So no steam.
Okay.
I got a 58 under 70.
Okay, 0. Sandlot.
Yeah, so...
But Roy will try to take the kid to the cartoons again and kind of see the situations in there and keep them...
Right, and this is when you're seeing the rest of the house. It's quite a modest house on the inside. A building in this neighborhood costs upwards of, a couple million. I would say that you passed by a lot of photographs of the counselor. You did do some research on his campaign and his internet presence before, but you're seeing him with his son. There's just a lot of frame photos with his son, holding his son.
Oh,
smiling.
we had seen the kid before too.
Yeah. And there is no sign of like a mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just him and his son.
Yeah.
And then you sit him down on his blanket, which he's laid out in like a bowl of chips. And he continues to watch.
It looks like a kid has prepared himself breakfast of his choice.
Yes.
For a long night of cartoons.
Yeah. So what are you doing, Roy, in this moment? The kid asks, like, is my dad gonna be okay?
Well, I'm sure he's just fine. We got my friend's a really good doctor. He kind of maybe does he see any photo that looks peculiar to him?
What do you mean?
Something that's not a family photo?
No. I would say it might be some awards that Simon has posted up for his work in volunteering or with the community.
Roy's not really trying to invest
but this is
investigate the kid, but he's trying to distract him and also kind of learn something. He's like, tell me a little bit about this photo here.
Okay. Yeah, and then he points to the exact photo that you saw online. This is one time my dad visited us at school, and it was good. All my friends liked him. And that's when Jack, Agent Oscar, and Agent O'Leary just come in. Do you have your guns drawn? Once you get in the house? I think that'd be
probably.
No,
Okay.
we heard Petrov. We heard Petrov
So
saying
he
like,
said
"Come
in
in."
now,
So it'd be
right?
like, yeah.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
So Roy, you turn around and you see Agent Oscar and Agent O'Leary come in with their guns drawn. Super intimidating. There's fear in this
Oh.
kid's eyes.
Well,
What do you all do?
I was trying to like take the kid in another room. Like
Oh,
I'm
you can
not sure how the
definitely do
house is. That's what I was going for. Is like get him in front of the cartoons so he's away.
We
from
burst
everything.
in. We burst in anyway.
I think if he bursts in, then the attention's gonna be like,
They
Okay.
burst in,
Yeah.
and one of them puts their foot through the TV.
If they
I
like-
hate cartoons. No, I think Jack
do you
will be
do?
like, "Oh no," and he'll like put it down. Like, "Hey, little buddy, this is awkward. God damn it, Dale, put that away and stop scratching yourself." So
You hear from upstairs,
It's like
language.
my buddies, this is the police, man.
the
We're good.
SpongeBob.
We're the
I
good
fucking
guys.
love SpongeBob.
it is SpongeBob, and it's the older
Language.
episodes too, not the new shit that's
Oh,
like
God.
garbage.
Bikini Bottom.
What's your name, little
Oh, do
buddy?
you
And
like
Jack's gonna
SpongeBob?
try and
And
Yeah.
he says that.
I love SpongeBob.
Oh.
All right, Oscar and O'Reilly, the stairs.
okay.
Upstairs.
We will see you later.
Yeah, Petrov,
right on.
you're up there, right? You just
Little
hear the
man.
shower door run.
Yeah.
The shower running. There's a wooden door. It's locked. You try the handle, jiggles, nothing. And that water it's just keeps
It's just
going.
going. He's gonna like dump like on the door.
No
like
response.
Mr. Gao.
There is
and-
no response.
He is going to. He's not a big guy, but he's gonna try to like. This is an interior door in a house. Surely it doesn't have a big badass lock on it. He's
Yeah.
gonna try to just kind of like force it, like just
I'll
like
take
shake
your
it.
choice
Break the
of
frame.
either a strength ×5 or an athletics check.
That's gonna be strength. That's what
Okay.
that's gonna be.
Let's see that old man's strength.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a 10. He's not.
Okay,
weak.
average, 50-50.
He's just average.
Don't fumble.
75. He can't. He's not. He's
Okay.
struggling.
So as you're running up
Shaking.
the stairs, Oscar
Jack.
and O'Leary, you see Omar throw himself against that door, and he's not doing well.
Oh,
He's
like-
desperately trying to get.
He like
in.
holds his shoulder. He's like, get in there.
I've got this.
Wait, I imagine Jack and Dale look at each other like those
At the
two
same
brothers
time.
in Mighty Ducks 2, the Basher brothers, when they're about.
What's up
Oh,
with the
you're
Mighty
both gonna
Ducks?
do a
Right? That's the second time
combination,
we.
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Gonna look at it and be like, "All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3."
3.
All right, so one person roll strength ×5 or athletics with a +20.
I'll take the strength, and that's
what's
a
his-
critical
Critical.
success.
Okay.
Critical?
Okay.
33.
Critical success. Yeah.
All right, so you both like dual shoulder mash this door down. The
And
door
it's really
flings
rad.
open.
It's so cool.
The curtain is covering the tub. The shower is running. You don't see a silhouette standing behind that curtain.
Jack will pull it open. He's right there, so he'll pull it open. Like, dude, are you okay?
And you see a naked and shivering body. So he's alive. It almost seems like he's in a state where he's not responsive. Those with medical knowledge can definitely roll a skill like first aid or medicine in order to find out a little more.
Petrov, get in here.
Omar, like he like pushes, like he goes between the two and pushes them away, and it's just like he's like in the tub. He's like on top of him, basically. Just like he's like getting like he probably hits the water turn off.
Yeah.
He's on top of him, and he's like checking his pulses and everything. And I will
Yeah.
roll that medicine skill.
All right, go for it.
That's a 77.
Oh, no.
A fumble.
A fumble.
Oh,
All right.
brother.
So
Lord.
let's say, just because I'm not going to have a commentary on your medical skill, I'm just going to say because it's a fumble, because
Because it's
you
not a vet. It's not an animal.
It's not him.
He's
It's
not-
been a while.
you are kind of
Yeah.
panicking, and as you're pushing aside Oscar and O'Reilly, you stumble a bit, right? And I would say you just like
I
trip.
give this
over
guy
the
the
rub.
people's elbow, like just like whoa, wow.
I would say you smash yourself against the tile wall
Ooh,
as you trip, and that's gonna be just 1 damage.
okay. All right, yeah, his head just smashes,
And you
and
look
he's like,
dumb doing that.
and I look like an idiot.
That's the worst part.
Jack actively laughs at him as well, which hurts a little more.
He holds his like bleeding nose. Oh, don't tell boy. Oh. But I'm not able to. But all I can tell is that
You have a bloody
he's
nose, yeah.
unconscious.
Yeah,
But
he's
that's all.
conscious, but he's
he
kind
is
of just
conscious.
staring off onto the side of the tub.
He just
He's
kind of
shivering.
holding his nose and just
Yeah.
kind of like patting his face, like
Yeah.
Simon Gao.
Yeah, there's no response, but like he's shivering and he's mumbling something to himself.
Jack will.
Yep. Can I
His
hone in on
Pale
what he's?
skin's wrinkly from all that water he's been taking in.
Can I just take? Okay, so just like observing him and his skin and what he's mumbling. Can I roll an occult possibly to see if there's anything
No,
going on? No.
no,
Okay, fair enough.
because there's nothing really
You
going
pull
on.
out a Ouija board.
That
Because
Liao.
like we wouldn't be able to contextualize the
Right.
occult roll. So
That is
Yeah.
definitely a player asking to do something because they have a high roll in that thing.
fine, but you can ask. I can say no.
Yeah, you can ask. You can say no. Yeah.
And I take your no fairly.
All right.
Okay, Jack
Appreciate
is gonna watch all of this and be like, guys, get out the way, and he's gonna try and lift him out the shower.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fairly easy enough to do. You're a big, strong green beret.
Hey. And
And
Petrov
his
is
bedroom's
holding
like
his,
connected to this bed. It's one of those
Yeah.
bathrooms.
and Omar's like bedroom, put him in bed. He's like holding his nose.
All right. So yeah, you just place him in the bed. He's shivering still. And you're gonna like do a proper checkup now, I'm guessing, Omar.
Yeah, just like top to bottom.
Yeah. While you do that, let's go back downstairs to Agent Opal.
As this
Babysitter.
child turns into a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Roy,
who
or
are
go ahead.
you? I'm Alan.
Oh, Alan, nice to meet you. I'm Agent Opal, and I'm we're just here to help your. I was wondering, did your dad say anything when he came in last night, or before he went to the shower?
No, he just went straight up to his room, and then the shower turned on.
Who was watching you before all this? I mean, do you have a babysitter or something?
Yeah, I had a babysitter. She left earlier. Yesterday.
Did your
He's
dad
been here all night.
Wow.
Did you notice anything? Was your dad in the same work clothes, or did he say he came from anywhere different?
Yeah, I mean, Daddy was scared, and he wouldn't answer me when I knocked on the door.
I see. Here, maybe we should go get some more food for you. And Opal will
Okay.
also take that opportunity to like kind of look around the kitchen.
Yeah. All right. He'll open his fridge. It's well stocked. He takes nutrition and a balanced diet pretty seriously. It seems you can tell a lot from someone's fridge. Stuff is organized. There's no beer or any sort of alcohol in here. Doesn't seem like this guy drinks. There's a lot of homework with hundreds that are posted on the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a kid who's not had a lot of trauma, and I'm glad that that's coming to an end.
That's
You know?
right. So yeah, that's what you see. You see just the remnants or like the hints, the residue of a pretty healthy family life, despite being what appears to him being a single father.
Gotcha. I got nothing, honestly. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, and that's fine. We'll pull away as you start to. We'll go to the bedroom where you're basically examining him, Simon, and it seems he's definitely like catatonic, and it would be best to warm him up and just clothe him and dry him off and get a towel, and I'm gonna say like you do that because you're a medical professional.
Yeah, like pulls the blankets over him, and I mean Petrov would probably have gloves and some type of basic kit,
Yeah.
and he knows that we already found one radioactive fucking thing, and he's like, we need that Geiger counter. Find his clothes. We need to put them in a bag. Take them with us.
Yeah. So as you do that, right? Who are you sending to do that? Oscar or O'Leary? Who do you trust more?
An impossible
Joe
question to
just
answer.
like straight up just checks his temples.
He looks up. He looks up and he like says like something in Russian under his breath. And he's like, "Oh, Leary, go get the fucking clothes and put them in the bag."
That's right, because I can see the radiation with my scope.
Oh, God, that's not what it does.
That's right, you son of a bitch.
Dale,
as he
like,
snaps on the gloves.
Creeps down the stairs, looking through his with the
Right.
clothes.
And as you complete your examination, you can see the with that far offness kind of go away, and it starts to focus, and it looks directly. The man looks directly at you, and he says, "Who are you?" And I think that is where we're gonna end it.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for tuning in to our first, second, third, I don't know, our playing of Hellhole.
Hellhole, and this is an Alex Son original.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's
Yeah.
great.
I was
excellent
hoping
so
I was
far.
gonna say the name first, but Alex beat me to it.
You can't be
He's
a
like-
good self name drop.
He's like an artist that drops his own name, like Kid Rock.
Right.
Yeah, that Kid Rock's first break song. He's like, "My name is Kid."
Yeah, a real artist, a real
Ball with the
professional,
ball,
damn
the
it.
bang, the bang, diggy, diggy.
Yeah,
That should be
Oh,
our
this was
outro
great.
music.
Thank you.
Alex, this
Yeah,
is so much fun.
great job,
dude.
Yeah,
Alex.
it was great.
Yeah, man. You've done
I-
great, man.
Wrangling
I'm
too.
seriously, genuinely impressed. You got us to that many different places
So many
in 2
rooms.
hours.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
easy.
So many rooms.
You're a legend, man.
Thank you. So yeah, a little outro here. You can find my stuff at RPG Reanimators. We got a podcast on Spotify and wherever else your podcasts live. We got a YouTube channel. So come check it out. Join our Discord.
Yeah, and the RPG Reanimators, like a lot of their stuff, is like kind of like taking apart like operations that they've played and that they've run, and anything you run you want a fresh look at, like go check them out. Those guys, they have a really really good. They've all got really great head on their shoulders. Like Lex, Holly, Nathan, like the whole crew, like they're solid. But yeah, Alex, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait
Wow.
for
Stuff.
next time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll try to get it sooner rather than later. We'll see what we can do scheduling wise.
Next week. Yeah.
What a fucking crew.
Did we make it as far as you thought we would make it? Or
Yeah.
like,
Everything's going to plan.
Pro.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, confidence.
I like his coy smile at the end too. But yeah.
He
All
can't
right.
kill us if we never go to the hellhole.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to go to the hell.
We're
We don't have to
taking
go to-
a vacation. We're going to Costa
Fine by me.
Rica.
All right. Well, guys, thank you guys. Again, Alex, spectacular job.
Yeah, appreciate it, Alex.
No
Yeah.
problem. All right.
And listen, and if you're listening to us over there, RPG Animators, like on stuff, we're Greenbox Gaming. We're Joe, Dace, Brad, and Gian, in no particular order. But we are we're just
Always this obnoxious.
we're always obnoxious. We're just finishing up a 2.5 year playthrough of Impossible Landscapes,
Wow.
which I think we ran a bit long on that.
Yep.
But we've played a bunch of Delta Green stuff. We've got a little side Christmas campaign. We run little side one shot for D&D as well. But yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for us to collab with these guys. And man,
Oh, so good.
Having
so
a
good.
blast.
Fun.
Great. Well,
all right,
thanks so much. Catch you next time.
catch you guys next
Cool.
time.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.